Coming up on this week's Jaguar Week in Review, we explore the 7th grade coding class here at BBE and why knowledge in coding is important to students. And in this week's Focus Point, we learn about this week's NHS service project at the Feed My Starving Children organization. We'll have these stories and more coming up. The Jaguar Week in Review starts now. And welcome to the Jaguar Week in Review for this week. I'm Cody Bertram, and thanks for watching. We kick off this week's show with news. The BBE Community Ed program will be headed to Jackpot Junction in Redwood Falls this Monday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All Players Club members will receive $15 in free money. There is also a minimum of 30 people needed to go. The fee is $10. The bus will depart the BBE Elementary at 8:30 and the high school at 8:45. If you cannot make this month's trip, there will be more opportunities in the coming months. To find out future dates, check out BBE's Community Ed brochure. BBE will be having their annual indoor garage sale on Saturday, April 21st from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the elementary school. If you are interested in selling at the sale, the cost is $8 per table, and you can buy as many tables as needed. Setup will take place on Friday, April 20th from 4:15 to 6 o'clock and Saturday, April 21st from 7 to 8 a.m. All profits from sales are yours to keep. Table selection and location will be based off of first registered. The deadline for table reservations is tomorrow. If you haven't purchased a yearbook yet, now is the time to do so. Yearbooks are a great way to remember the school year. The cost is $40 and the deadline for purchasing is April 15th. There will not be any extra books ordered, so you must pre-order. If you would like to fill out an order form found by the office or Mr. Zayer's room. There is open gym every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the BBE High School and Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the elementary. The cost is $1 and everyone is welcome. And finally, there is a school board meeting this Monday, April 16th in the BBE High School Media Center from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Now let's move into this week's check-in. This week, reporter Robert Wold explored the 7th grade coding class here at BBE and how it benefits students.
This week I took a look at a coding class that all 7th graders at BBE High School are required to take. I sat down with one of the instructors of the class, Janelle Field, where she gave me some insight onto what coding really is and how it's paving the way for the future.
Well, first I'm just going to start out by saying that computer science, I believe, should be for all students, because computer science is an area that really connects to most everything in our lives. Not only do I think we should be teaching computer science like in different, like JavaScript, Python, block coding, those kinds of different programs, because there is a huge shortage of programmers out there right now.
I also talked to Ms. Field about what career opportunities this offers to these kids later in life.
Really, their careers, if you go into computer science, is endless. I don't know right offhand the specific data that is out there of the shortage of computer programmers that are out in this world, but the directions that you can go with medical or industry, or you even think about like now our farming, just all of the computer science, it's endless opportunities for those students.
I talked to one of the 7th graders taking the class to see what his thoughts were on taking this class.
What I like most about coding is you get to work at your own pace.
And if you are interested in learning coding, feel free to talk to Miss Field. This past Wednesday, the BBE National Honor Society went down to the Twin Cities to help out at the Feed My Starving Children organization. Reporter Blake Goodall explores what this mission is about and how the NHS was able to help out the cause.
This week, BBE's NHS attended the annual Feed the Starving Children event, where students joined other volunteers from the Twin Cities area in packing food to help children in need. We asked Mrs. Dingman, Director of NHS, what exactly the event is and how long BBE has been a part of it.
Feed My Starving Children is an organization that has 4 locations around the Twin Cities. What they do is they collect donations to be able to provide food for kids in other countries. So they have volunteers that come in and pack meals, and then they ship the food to other countries. Yesterday, our NHS group went down to Coon Rapids and we packed for about 2 hours, and we were able to pack food for kids in Haiti. And we were able to provide 129 kids food for a whole year. It was like 219 cases of food that we packed during our time there. And so Feed My Starving Children is a really great organization that, again, their mission is to provide food for kids and families in underdeveloped areas of the world. NHS has been going to Feed My Starving Children for 3 years. We really feel that it's beneficial for kids to be able to have experience in serving others and being able to be aware of what's going on in our world. I think it's easy to forget that there's actually hunger in this world today. And so previous to going to the Feed My Starving Children, our NHS went to, years ago we would go to Camp Courage and volunteer there. And we've also been to Second Harvest Heartland and repackaged meals for food shelves in Minnesota. So we've had a really great experience volunteering and providing service for others. Because I think it's really great to remember what we can do for others and how it makes us feel.
Then we asked NHS President Kyle Felling what his experience with Feed My Starving Children was like and what he thinks our community members and NHS members got out of it.
I guess what I got out of the event was that I had the ability to help children in other countries that needed the help, and I just gave the basic help of food, which will go farther than you guys would ever know. By our NHS chapter going down to the cities to pack some food, that just shows the kind of character our community has by our ability just as a community come together to help children in need.
Join us next week when we bring you more stories from BBE.
If you would like to volunteer at Feed My Starving Children, you can register at their website. Although there is still snow on the ground, spring sports are getting into full swing. To begin our in-depth coverage of spring sports, reporter Riley Lennar sat down with Mr. Goodwin and a few members of the boys golf team to explore what boys golf is all about.
Yes, Cody. Although it doesn't seem like golf season, it is. For senior Jaden Miller, golf has played a big part in his life.
I've been golfing since I was about 4 or 5. It's just a hobby and sport that my parents and my family has done basically my entire life.
From doing the sport of golf for as long as Jaden has, he has gained many skills from it.
Golf really teaches you about being patient. It's a very long game. And then not only being patient, you have to keep your head. Funny thing is that a lot of golfers say that on a good shot, you can still get a terrible break, but on a bad shot, you can still get a good break. So really just kind of looking at the positives from every shot.
The coach for the boys varsity golf team is Mr. Goodwin.
This is my second year. I took over from my dad at the start of last year.
The boys golf team, along with other spring sports teams, have struggled to practice due to the weather conditions that we have had this year.
We want to be outside. I think this is our 3rd or 4th week inside now, but guys are coming, getting what they need to be, getting done what they need to get done. Spirits are still high. If we're inside for a little bit longer, I don't know how long that'll stay the same, but it's going good so far.
Having to be inside, there are only so many things that you can do to practice golf.
It's pretty simple. So I think a few years ago we got a hitting net. So we set that up in one of the gyms in the elementary school. So there's 4 stations, there's 4 docks to it. So guys, it's kind of like the range, except for obviously the net catches it right away, so you can't really see where it's going. But you can get swings in, kind of work on your swing.
Along with the hitting net, the teams use an artificial putting green, and they also practice pitching the ball. Some see golf as an individual sport, but there is much more to it.
You can place in conference and in state as an individual, but there's also a team part of it, which you need to take in 4 scores. And if you have a good team, but not necessarily all good individual golfers, you can still make it to state and have that experience of being at that nice course.
As any other team would, the boys golf team has their goals set high for this season.
Our goal is to place at least top 2 in conference and hopefully get far in sections.
The golf team looks to continue their success that they had last year and carry it on to this season.
And the track team has an indoor meet tonight in St. John's at 7 o'clock. We wish them the best of luck. And that is all we have for this week's episode. If you would like to catch our future episodes, be sure to subscribe to us at BBE Broadcasting on YouTube, iTunes, and the Google Play Store. Thanks for watching, and for all of us here at BBE Broadcasting, have a great weekend.